Over the course of a long career, an archaeologist is bound to see some strange things in the world that can't be explained. This video will give you interesting information about what archaeologists have found over the years and how they have been able to put some of their research together. Let's get started. 10. Ark of the Covenant. According to the Book of Exodus, the Ark of the Covenant is a golden-covered wooden chest that holds the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments. In ancient times, this holy box was kept in the First Temple, a Jewish place of worship in Jerusalem. However, the First Temple was destroyed in 587 BC by a Babylonian army led by King Nebuchadnezzar II, and no one knows for sure what happened to the Ark. 9. OLDUVAI Gorge. Paleoanthropologists have found hundreds of fossilized bones and stone tools in Tanzania's OLDUVAI Gorge that date back millions of years. OLDUVAI is a misspelled version of the Mosaic word OLDUPAI, which refers to a wild sisal plant that grows in the area. Peter Nazub, a member of the Leakey team, found a 1.8 million-year-old skull in 1968. He called it Twiggy after a slim British model. Archaeologists from Tanzania and the United States thought that Twiggy was an adult when she died in 1986. 8. Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army is an amazing collection of terracotta sculptures that show the armies of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. The army dates from the 3rd century BC and has about 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, and 520 horses. In March 1974, farmers digging a well in a field about 20 miles east of Xi'an found a pit with 6,000 life-sized terracotta statues. Emperor Qin's grave was quickly found, and excavations started almost right away. Historians now think that 700,000 people worked on the mausoleum for nearly 30 years. 7. The grave of Richard II. King Richard II's reputation as a prince killer, crook, and all-around bad guy was the last thing that hurt his power. Grabber is a mainstay of English folklore, but his gravesite was a mystery until 2012, when the University of Leicester's Archaeological Services helped with the Looking for Richard project. The project found human remains at the site of the former Greyfriars Briery Church in Leicester. Researchers from the University of Leicester found that Richard was carelessly buried in a poorly prepared grave. 6. MOAI on Easter Island. Archaeologists have found 887 huge statues on Easter Island, a Chilean-Polynesian island in the Pacific Ocean. These statues, called MOAI, are an impressive tribute to the Rapa Nui people and date back to between 1250 and 1500. Legends say that people used divine power to make the statues move. As early as 1914, archaeologists on Easter Island found that the heads of at least some of the megalithic statues, traditionally called MOAI, were attached to subterranean torsos that had been covered over many centuries by erosion. 5. HORDE in Staffordshire. The Staffordshire Hoard is the biggest collection of Anglo-Saxon gold and silver metalwork ever found. It has more than 3,500 pieces. The hoard was found by a metal detectorist in 2009, buried under a farmer's field in Staffordshire, UK. In 2009, a spectacular gold and silver hoard was found in Staffordshire, in the heartlands of the Mercian Kingdom. Archaeologists think it was buried before 675. The composition of the Staffordshire hoard is very unusual because the objects are of such high quality. 4. The large ones. Huge, almost perfect stone circles have been found all over Jordan, and they have been photographed from above in a way that has never been done before. This gives scientists a better idea of why these structures, which are at least 2,000 years old, were built. The so-called big circles are between 220 and 455 meters in diameter. The largest one is about 3 times the size of an Olympic running track. They are made from roughly cut boulders that are no more than a meter high. 3. The ALTAMIRA Cave. The cave at Altamira is a great example of how archaeology and anthropology can work together to tell a beautiful story. When it was found in 1880, the Spanish cave with prehistoric paintings of animals and human hands was the first of its kind. The names of 17 decorated Paleolithic caves were written down, and the Altamira cave was added to the list in 1985. The property is the pinnacle of Paleolithic cave art, which grew in Europe from the Urals to the Iberian Peninsula from 35,000 to 11,000 BC. 2. MOAI. In 1986, a group of archaeologists found the claw of a bird while digging in a cave in New Zealand. The claw still had some of the bird's flesh and muscles attached to it. Later, the archaeologists confirmed that it was the foot of the extinct wingless bird MOAI, which lived on Earth 3,300 years ago. The MOAI was a heavy bird that stood up to 12 feet tall and weighed up to 250 kilograms. It was hunted to extinction by early MOAI, went extinct on Earth about 700 years ago, not long after humans arrived on the islands. 1. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is the oldest archaeological site in the world. It is in Turkey. This building shows the high level of artistic skill of Stone Age people around 11,000 years ago. Limestone pillars weighing 15 to 22 tons were used to build it. These pillars were cut from huge rocks. During the expedition, archaeologists found 200 huge pillars. This building is thought to have been a meeting place or a temple. That's it for today. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share and press the bell icon for more regular updates.